Now accept our grateful love.
I'm not going to brag about the beavers because there's not much to brag about this year. But I am going to brag about my favorite beaver, and that's my daughter. Jackie has just been named the Associate Athletic Director for the Business Office at Oregon State Athletics. And it is a very big job. She's in charge of the athletic budget for the entire university. And we're pretty proud of her. She's a little nervous, but she says, I can do it.
Well, I'm gonna brag, Jennifer and her friends had a trip planned for quite a while to go down to where our condo is down in North San Diego County. And every day they'd send me something funnier and funnier and funnier. And they had a blast, and they went to the Kansas City Chiefs San Diego Charger game. And of course, Kellen Clemens is the backup quarterback. So they had a big sign that said, Lakeview girls love Kellen Clemens. And they were only about 9 rows up, maybe on the 40-yard line. So sure enough, he turned around and patted his teammates, and he went like that, gave him a thumbs up, and then after the game came up and talked to him, and Jennifer said, oh, I work for your camp, and everybody else, oh, your grandma was my third grade teacher, you know, so they just had a blast.
We have a new program this year at the high school called the AVID program, and Mark Louie and Brandy Knight are here to tell you about that. It's innovative. It's caused a lot of talk around the school. We're pretty excited about it. But before I introduce them, I just want to read you, this is an excerpt from a 7th grader's journal. And yes, I have permission to share it with you. This student came to Lakeview in 5th grade, speaking virtually no English. And she writes, in the middle of it, she's talking about, if I could get grades all the time, maybe I can go to college. In school, some of the 7th grade students are in AVID. It is a new class to get us ready for college. That's a good way to do it. So many more people can go to college and we can be somebody.
And this last year, we went to visit, a group of us went over with the principal, the vice principal, Randy Harris, the counselor, and a couple of teachers. We went over to Boise to go see about a program that we had heard about called AVID. Okay? And what their goal was, and where it actually originally started, was down in San Diego. And it has spread kind of through the U.S. a little bit here. And Boise picked it up in the mid-90s, late 90s. And what its goal is it's called Advancement via Individual Determination. The goal of the AVID system, now it's not just a class, it's a system and a program. Okay, the goal of the AVID system is to get students in line again with college expectations. Okay, we have found over the last few years that some of our students have started to maybe lose what it takes to make it all the way through a college. Okay, those college, McDonald, Daly Fund, things like that, occasionally those come back to us because they're not holding their grades up. They can't take enough credit hours. They're falling behind here or there. We want to eliminate the return of those scholarships. We want kids to hold on to those. We want them to get more scholarships. We want to see more kids able to get those scholarships. Okay, so our goal by creating this AVID, it's a college prep course designed to increase writing, reading comprehension, presentation skills, problem-solving skills, which we call, problem-solving skills are actually 2 days a week. We focus purely on problem-solving. Okay, it's called tutorials. So Tuesday and Thursday, okay, so today, our students will focus on their tutorial problems. They bring in something that they struggled with in any range of their core classes, and we will help them get through it. The group of kids will help them get through it. They break up into small groups, and they help each other through the problem-solving process. Okay? We help with college prep stuff as far as looking at colleges. A lot of the kids that we talk to in Boise, by 8th grade, freshman year, they have 3 colleges that they are aiming for.
The foundation for AVID is best teaching practices that follow under this umbrella called Wicker. And Wicker stands for writing, W is writing, inquiry, collaboration, organizing, and reading. And if we are getting our students to do all of those, to Wicker in our classes, they're seeing, they're doing, they're using their whole entire brain to process information.
My job as a tutor is to help spur conversations in a way that everyone will be able to learn in the group. So as Mr. Louis said, they get into small groups of 6 to 7, and they'll discuss problems that they each have. And they'll write stuff on the board, and when they get stuck, they have to ask around the group to see if anyone can help them. And I'm there trying to help them also. So I just help. I don't necessarily teach them. I don't tell them the answers. I'm just there to push them in the right direction. If I was in AVID as a 7th grader, I think it would have been a great program because they're learning things right now that I learned maybe as a junior or as a 10th grader. So already mastering these techniques for learning at a young age is definitely going to help them.
Basically, AVID has really helped me in organizing my binder, keeping everything in check, getting everything turned in on time, doing all my homework whenever I need to, getting points like AR points, and Slant has also helped me a lot. Sit in front, lean forward, ask questions. Nod. Talk to the teacher.
I like AVID because tutorials help me a lot, because in my math we're entering pre-algebra, and I don't understand a lot of the questions with variables, and there's a lot of new signs. And so I go to the tutorials and they'll teach me 3 or more different ways to do it, and I just pick the easiest that I'll understand more. And we do binder checks weekly, or we'll do like 2 a week if we missed the last week. And they're usually out of 85 points because you also get extra credit with having extra supplies. And between each subject there's a sub-subject, having Cornell notes, homework, and handouts, so you're even more organized than before. And we had a field trip to the KCC college and saw they call it like a classroom Skype, and they have a camera in Lakeview and then one in Klamath, and they can talk to each other and figure out problems together. And in AVID, I have done a lot of notes. We do 3 pages of Cornell notes we turn in. We can just do notes during the day, and we get a paper that's Cornell style, and we transfer it onto the paper. With AVID, I have learned to put school first instead of putting it off. So even after my sports, I realized that I need to do my homework. And with AVID, I've gotten better grades, I'm more organized, and I stay more focused.
And so the thing is, these kids want to be an AVID because they want to be successful, they want to do well in the college. And so they go through an application process as far as, filling out paper interviews, and then the AVID team goes through the process of selecting who is an AVID student, who wants to stay. And at some time when they say, I don't want to be an AVID anymore, they have that choice.
It is an interview. The kids have to interview with us. The parents have to sign on to it. Parents have to sign off that they agree that their kids are gonna do this. When they get home, they're gonna advocate for homework. They're gonna advocate for classes. They're going to be on our side when it comes to that stuff. In AVID, we say that whether or not you actually end up going to college, maybe delay it for a couple years, we will have you ready for a 4-year program. That's the goal, 4-year program.
Do you ever see
Yes.
this becoming a requirement? I think it should.
It, the only reason they say it can't be a requirement because it eliminates the individual determination part of it. Part of what makes it so great is that the kids that are in there want to be in there. They're advocating for themselves to go to college, which drives a lot of the program and the curriculum in the classroom.
Yes.